I'm not talking about the creative process where it's all in stone and it's all formalized and it's all been figured out for you to just go through the motions of what has already been proven. That's not the creative process we're talking about here at Let's Make TV. We're talking about sailing on your own. Being your own captain of your own creativity ship. That's what we like to celebrate. That's what we encourage you to be. You can read all the books. You can take classes with all the various professors and people that you aspire to become and worship. But in the end, you're going to feel a little empty. Maybe very empty. Now, being the captain of your own creativity ship is not going to be easy. And you're going to feel like you're a failure. And you're going to feel like you're empty too. You're going to feel just as shitty in many respects. You're going to be even more lost. But that's okay. You can keep trying. If you can just laugh and smile and keep going, you'll find a way to get past all that nonsense. The nonsense that is that inner voice and outer, the innie and the outie, that keeps on bugging you. That keeps on nagging. Now, this is not for everyone. Now, some of us are meant to be garbage workers. Some of us are meant to just take out the garbage. Some of us are content to live a life that is 9 to 5. That is working at the office, at an office, any office. Just get any kind of job. Maybe that's needs to be done. I can't answer that question. I've never figured that one out. But a lot of us, a majority of us, do have that need. Maybe it's survivability. Maybe that's what it's all about. It's just surviving. In many respects, that's probably what it is. And by such, we don't have to ponder. By surviving, we don't ponder. What's it all about? We don't have to worry. We don't have to let our minds go crazy in thought and in despair. Because we're just working. We're worker bees. We're not going to actually ultimately have any thoughts of our own because we're too busy working. Now, some of us question it. Question all that sort of worker bee and doing stuff. We question that, and that's why we turn to being sort of creative. That's why we turn to the creative process and we go, huh. But it can be kind of overwhelming. It definitely can be overwhelming, and I believe that most of us who turn to the creativity zone, the creative arts, whatever you want to call it, and it doesn't have to be limited to painting. It can be anything. Theater, writing, cooking. We as human beings are still stuck to the past. Now, a lot of it's, granted, a lot of it is important. I don't want to just burn every damn book. I don't want to just, disregard everything that, anything that has been proven or shown to be successful. But it helps. If you're going to be the captain of your own ship, it helps to toss that overboard. Toss that nonsense. Toss the conventional wisdom. The proven conventional wisdom. Toss it out. Get rid of it. If you want to be the captain of your own ship, you're going to have to. At times, get rid of all that nonsense. To break ground, you need to break ground, and you don't need that nonsense over your head. Maybe you do. Maybe you feel safe that way. I understand. Safety in numbers. But are you really? Are you really happy with yourself being part of the big massive group? There is the community aspect, no doubt. There is the community that one gets, the sense of accomplishment, a sense of interacting with our fellow human beings with the same common goal. No doubt, that's a wonderful feeling. But it's deceptive. And it will eat you up and spit you out. Maybe. It could. And then what do you do? Then what do you do when you put all your marbles? You put all your marbles in the basket. In this particular idea, agenda, and it starts to go sour on you. You're starting not to feel it. It happens. Things don't always work out, even though they were. And they had such wonderful possibilities, and you benefited and you grew so much. But you didn't realize that you also never captained your own ship. You never figured out how to float on your own. You never figured that out. You always put your efforts and your energies under the conventional wisdom of conventional thought, of proven aspects. Give us a call, 818-528-4516. We're just sort of trying to get you guys to think outside the box, as they say. And there's nothing wrong, again, with conventional wisdom. A lot of proof in that. Obviously, you don't want to put a knife inside the toaster while it's on. There's certain things that probably would be a lot safer for you, and those are wonderful things that are important. And I'm not trying to tell you to just get rid of them altogether and anarchy, let anarchy rule the day here. But with the creative process, guys, with your own creative process, which is an important ingredient in your life, you need a little piece of the pie saved for your own charting of your own creativity ship, your own seeking out And I suggest throwing out that stuff, trying to throw all that stuff out that you've been told. Even what I'm telling you right now. Throw it out. And try to think on your own 2 feet, as they say. That's conventional wisdom right there. Isn't it? We can't escape it. But it sure is nice to find out how to maybe break it, question it. And your creativity may shine. You can also be lost. I'm not going to deny it. You can be incredibly lost because of it. But you're taking a great big step, my friends. You're taking a wonderful step of self-discovery. You're misdirecting your energies. I suggest, I propose, you're spending too much time in someone else's garbage. You're trying to perfect someone else's garbage. You're trying to take what has already been put out and make it a little better, or be as good as something that is already out there. Snap out of it, will you? Snap out of it. Stop taking baby steps with your creativity. It might seem a little scary, but if you can get past it, if you can get past those rocky moments, those jagged edges that seem to be stabbing at you of self-doubt, and failure, and just keep going for it. Keep rolling, baby. Keep rolling. Now the question is, what do you want to do with it? Where are you going with it? What is that passion? What is the passion to keep you going? That's a big question. I don't have the answer for that. But I do have the answer. I do have the message. That whatever passion it is, find your own inner sanctum. Like you can call your own, that can motivate. You need your own personal motivator that's inside you. The passion. And again, if you can fight and excel and pursue on your own, you just discovered how to continue on and how to keep going. It's you that is going, that needs to go, that keeps going through thick and thin. Not some other ideology. It's your own ideology, guys. It's your own personal ideology that you need to cultivate. Pick and choose whatever's out there. Pick and choose. But don't throw all your eggs in the same basket. Be willing to veer off from what everyone else is doing. Again, maybe that's not for you. Maybe you are more content with what has already worked, and you want to learn. The mentality or the thought process here is to think first based on what has worked. So you follow procedures. That's a safe approach, but it might not work for you. In fact, it won't. At some point, you have to break out. At some point, you have to break out from what's already there. If you're really going to make a go at this thing called creativity, you're going to have to think on your own 2 feet. You're going to have to cut the umbilical cord. But one, again, could follow the rules of painting. Follow a particular route, whatever style it is. I don't care. It doesn't have to be one style or another. But you're following a lineage. And based on, in many cases, it can be based, a lot of times, based on technical marvels that you learn and then use as a delivery system for your creativity, for your art making. But what happens when you use that? You can be ultimately becomes disenchanted with the machine-like approach of what you're doing in the creativity world, in your own creativity world, not the rest of the world, your own world. You realize you're missing out. You're just a glorified carpenter. You learned well. You went to your trade tech school and you learned how to do it, and you apprenticed under so-and-so, and you learn how to do it just like them and everybody else. But where's your own? Where's your own personal take? Where's your own je ne sais quoi? Where is it? Where's that oomph? That extra oomph from you? Where is that? We don't need another hero. We don't need more of the same. We don't need that. And you're not. You are not like everybody else, are you? So why paint like everybody else? Why make stuff like everybody else? Where are you going to have room? Where is the room for all those idiosyncrasies in your own life, in your own personal makeup of who you are? If you just hide behind technical marvels, you're not building the goddamn Hoover Dam. You're fucking making a piece of artwork. And you want to put yourself in it. Let people people know who you are. And you're not going to have that if you just stay safe. With the creative process. Incrementally pushing the envelope. Safely. Making a move. You can't just be all safe in this kind of a department of thought and process. You need to jump off the damn bridge, metaphorically. You need to throw that shit overboard. That's what you need to do. Just once in a while, please. Just once in a while. Just once try it. And I know it's going to feel weird. You're going to probably jump back. You probably just jump right back to the safety net of what's already been done. You're going to jump back to the safety net of what already is there, of the community, of what everyone else is doing. But you may not be happy in the end. You may not be set for life. Though no one ever is set. But you're not thinking on your own. That's what I'm trying to point out. You're not thinking ultimately for yourself. You may think you are. But at some point, you're going to become disenchanted. Disenchanted. The wonderful feelings that you get will, at some point, dissipate. As is everything. As does everything. That's the way life works. That's the way life works. No matter what you do, no matter how you try to outsmart the system, which someone might be figuring out that that's probably what I'm trying to tell you to do, it still becomes disenchanted. You still got to have those ups and downs, people. But having the ability to take on and be a creative soul without being part of some conglomerate, big pharma, big business, big groups of thought, and think for your damn self is pretty rewarding. Feels good. And again, I can get down on myself, just like anybody, but I'm not giving up. That's for damn sure. It's an option. And I think maybe a number of you need to cross over. Cross over into the sea, the creativity sea. You're not going to drown, people. Not in creativity. I mean, maybe you could, but basically you're not. If you can just figure out how to be freer with your creative process, how to really question authority, question it even in your professors or people that you look up. Question what they're doing, because they're not you ultimately. They're not you. You are you. I know it's tricky. It's tricky to know if I'm really being out on my own now, or am I ultimately just part of the big mess, structured mess, whatever it is. And maybe that's just an ongoing issue. You can't break that one. But you could and can, for starters, question your this creative authority that you have somehow planted in your head. Maybe through institutional processes. Most likely. Through fashion, through popular culture. What is art? What is creativity? What is rewarded for being art and creativity? Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do then. I'm supposed to try to make stuff, make artwork that looks like what is successful art. Right there, you have you're not going to become, you're not going to succeed. Maybe you might, actually, particularly if you're a business-minded nature and you're not really an artist. Well, then great, you will succeed in that. But if you're truly an artist, if you're really one of these types that decided that they needed to make art because the world sucks, I don't know, that's just maybe my take on it. And the world doesn't suck all of the time, but you know, sometimes it does. Anyway, and it's a great escape, or whatever reason it is, then I suggest that trying to follow what is successful already in your art career is a losing cause. A losing cause. And you're not going to be happy. And you might even quit making artwork. But ultimately also, you got maybe question yourself what you're doing with this art making stuff or being creative. Are you more of a businessman with really you just sort of a passing interest in being creative? Then disregard everything I say, because I'm not going to help you out. I'm here to help you out if you're truly just an artist who is trying to find their own message or their own path in as artist. Then you came to the right place. We're here every day, guys, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. My time is up here, guys, today, as we've crossed the 12 o'clock hour here on the West Coast. Thanks again for being here, guys. Monday through Friday, did I mention 818-528-4516? We didn't take any calls today. I don't know why, but there's the number. Go to letspainttv.com. Sorry for the technical glitch, but anyway, we had a great time. Thanks again for being here. We'll talk to you again tomorrow, and maybe we'll paint. I didn't really get to painting, and I guess I was felt like talking and not painting, I suppose, which happens. Hopefully you guys got something out of this or not, and again, I probably only ultimately was talking to one or two of you. But hang in there, guys. Hang in there with what you're doing. But just kind of question if whatever you are doing is really somehow not really what you're supposed to be doing, maybe, in a sense. But if you're enjoying it, then that's great. I don't want to lead you away from something that you enjoy. So I think that maybe be the most important thing, is enjoying the process. But just maybe question it. Maybe you want to be a little more, question protocol. Question the protocol in the creative process, at least. Okay? That's all I'm asking. All right, we'll see you again tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.